It's like really, really raspy for some reason.
That's what
It was the gridlock.
Oh my god.
It was the gridlock.
That's what you get for drinking $1 energy drink from Aldi's.
99-cent energy drink from Aldi's.
That's not good for you.
No, but it's cheap. And I'm cheap.
That's accurate. Should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Start the show?
Yep. Let's do it. We got a good show for you guys today. Welcome to Strive Nation Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the monotony of our own lives. I'm joined with my constant co-host, Taylor Huff. How we doing?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. We got a pretty good show today, something a little bit different. We're going to talk about dating and relationships and how it's affected by COVID this year, because that's what everyone is talking about all the time.
Yes.
How was your week?
It was good. It was busy.
Busy? Not too bad?
Not too bad, besides my downvote, but...
Besides your... Well, then this week we have the same downvotes and upvotes.
Yes.
They were entwined.
Because they were so good and so bad.
Yeah. That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Enlighten our audience with how horrible this week was.
So we were walking to our cars a couple days ago in a parking lot and noticed that all of our tires were flat. What a weird coincidence. Well, it's not a coincidence because someone took a knife and decided to slash all of them. I know what you're thinking. I did not make anyone mad. We did not do anything to anyone. No one found out we're Trump supporters. Yeah. It was a random person.
That's what everyone says. You hear about your tires getting slashed, and it's like, what'd you do?
Nothing. I have no friends. We don't know anyone here.
I have no friends.
I have no enemies here.
Nah, it was not vindictive. Just went down to go to work, and I was like, oh, damn. One of Taylor's tires is flat. She must have hit a nail or something. Oh, another one is flat. Oh, they're all flat. And, of course, all of mine were slashed, too.
And the parking lot next to us.
Yeah.
There's like 8 cars in there that were also slashed. But see, the person started with us and then got too tired. So they only slashed one tire on each of those people's. But we were just so lucky enough to get all 4 on each.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone is down, ready to go to work. And, I mean, as you can imagine, everyone's pissed because now they can't go to work. So we filed a bunch of police reports. The cops came. Super nice guys. Yeah, it's not fun. Like, who does that? Who goes out of their way to cause chaos and hardship for other people? It's a pain in the ass.
2020.
It's not fun. It's not fun. I have so many more stories about even getting a tow truck and everything, and then the tow truck not working because my car is too low to the ground, because the tires are all obviously slashed, and my car sits low as it is. Oh my God, it was a huge mess.
Yeah.
Huge mess.
But we have nice friends who helped us out.
Yep.
With car rides.
With car rides, because, you know, the $100 a day for Ubers and Lyfts isn't cutting it.
So expensive.
Crazy.
Yes. On a positive note, our upvote's pretty great.
Yes, our upvotes was really, really fun. We went to a wedding. It's one of my friends' weddings from my previous job where I worked. Haven't seen the guy in over a year, but we're just super close. My last job was, as you know, selling DirecTV in Walmarts. It's a horrible job, but you were kind of in the muck of it with certain people every day for hours and hours on end, and then you're struggling together, and over those hours you start to build like crazy close relationships. And even though I haven't seen him in like a year, after seeing him, everything rushed back, and it was super, super emotional. It was a beautiful wedding. We had a really, really great time, and it was a really, really fantastic venue. Mm-hmm. But yeah, super, super fun.
It was perfectly them, too.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Because they're like, I mean, not like redneck, but like country.
No,
super country.
It was a nice blend of him, but then it was also a nice blend of her. It was very like country chic.
Right.
I liked it. Plus the food was great.
Oh my gosh.
Mission barbecue,
baby. That was the best barbecue I've ever had at a wedding. Or food I've ever had at a wedding. Period. Yeah. Best food. It was really, really yummy.
Oh, the mac and cheese.
Yeah. Southern food gets me. It just gets me. But it was great. The wedding was beautiful. It was like, afternoon?
Yeah, it was like nighttime.
It was kind of like
nighttime. Because it was like sunsetting, so it was so pretty.
But that got us thinking about our topic for today is basically relationships, dating in 2020, what that is like. We started thinking about it seems like everyone is either getting pregnant, trying to go on dates, or getting married, or still having their weddings during COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people obviously postpone their weddings, but some people are like, fuck it, I'm going along with it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the past month, we either know of or have been invited to 4 weddings the past 3 weekends.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. We couldn't go to all of them, but lots of weddings. It's like people doing all the COVID safe options in their weddings with the hand sanitizer, and people are wearing masks and social distancing. I was like, is it really, here's my thing, is it really worth doing all that stuff? Like, at your wedding, are you really getting the experience that you want if you're forcing everyone to stay 6 feet apart? You know, you would assume that all the alcohol would sanitize everything.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't really, that's not what you imagined for your, like, beautiful wedding day.
Kinda,
you
yeah.
didn't think of, oh, I'm gonna have to get a mask to take pictures with. Need a mask to match my outfit or anything.
Right.
I don't know. I feel bad for people who have their wedding planned for this year.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, because then you have to move everything. Granted, it's like, finding the venue and the guests. That's why people, like, go along with it, I feel like. It's because otherwise it's just a hassle to move everything.
Oh, yeah. And then you have to hope that all of your vendors and the venue is all available for the next date that you pick.
Right.
And if someone isn't, like, you lose your deposit.
Correct.
And you're kind of SOL.
But yeah, so we've been talking about what dating is like, because all of our friends, they're still attempting to go on dates.
Yeah. But it's weird, because how do you meet people? I guess we don't know because we're old.
Yeah, I mean,
and
we're a little out of the dating loop, man.
we're a lot out of the dating loop.
Yeah, I'm a little off my dating game.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
But yeah, like, you can't just, like, meet someone at a bar anymore. I mean, you can go to the bar now, but you're sitting down with the mask on. Like, you don't know what they look like underneath their mask.
Yeah, it's like social distancing dating.
That's so
It's
weird.
like, hey, I find you attractive, but stay away from me.
Oh my god.
Kinda. It's like those COVID, what is it? Those COVID pickup lines.
Oh yeah,
The
there are
COVID
some
pickup lines.
great ones that we heard the other day.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, but it's hard. I guess you just rely on dating apps.
Yeah, I've never liked pickup lines, period. So, but
Yeah. Have you ever been on a dating app?
no. Well, I lied. When I was younger, I did what is this Facebook Zoosk? You remember that?
No.
The Facebook one? That I think Facebook owns it. It's called Zoosk. Y'all know which one I'm talking about, right?
That's
it's kind of like, it's the younger one, like the really, really, like, OG, the one where all the creepers are on.
Mom and Eric met on Zeus.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, that one. I was on that for a little bit.
You were on that?
Yeah, like a really long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was like I don't know.
Pre-Tinder?
Yeah, Tinder wasn't around. What's that other one?
God, you're old.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I was on Tinder. And
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, I was just not good at the dating app thing. Like, I didn't understand. It's like, why did I swipe 300 times to the right and only get one swipe to the left by someone who's, like, not who I was thinking? You know, someone who has, like, no pictures, so I can't tell even what they look like. Those types of people.
Why did you swipe right on those people?
Well, wait, what's left and right again?
Right means yes.
Yeah, I swiped right on, like, yeah, but you can see who swipes you, the ones you want to see, right? Or the ones you want to be paired with? How does that work?
No.
Okay, see, this is I need to learn.
Yeah. So you both have to swipe right, and then you match.
Can't you see the ones that you...
No.
Yeah, some of them, there was a, what website
you have, like,
does
a
that?
super like. On Tinder, you can know when someone's super liked you. You get, like, 1 super like a day.
Okay, this is so beyond me. No, I was in the ones where, like, the online websites where you make a profile and you can pay to, like, see who liked your profile, like, all that. This is, like, super OG. This is how they used to do it, you know, when I was a young lad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a little out of it.
You're a lot out of it.
I don't know anything about this stuff anymore.
But yeah.
When I was a young boy.
Dating apps.
What did you used to do? I heard you were pretty mischievous on dating apps. You wrangled up the young boys and you tricked them is what you did.
I did.
You were a Tinder demon.
A Tinder demon?
Tinder demon.
No.
Using people.
I did use people. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Oh my gosh.
I would go on Tinder and I'd swipe right and I'd match with someone and I would talk to them enough to think that hopefully they wouldn't murder me in my sleep. I don't know, dump me in the backwoods.
Wow.
Well, you gotta make sure they're not gonna, like, murder you. So you, like, CCAP them, see what their criminal record is, and be like, oh, yeah, they're clean. And then you would not convince them, but you'd let them take you on a date. You'd just order a bunch of food and some appetizers, so you wouldn't eat everything, and I would just go to have a free meal.
Yeah, never talk to them again.
No, absolutely not.
Wow.
I would unmatch them as soon as I got home.
You're everything wrong with the world.
I know.
That's what that is.
I convinced a guy to get pizza delivered to my apartment once.
You know what? You're the chick who broke my heart multiple times when I was like, "Sure, I'll buy you dinner." I'm a nice boy. I'm not like one of those dicks who are gonna. I don't know. Yeah.
I just used the system for my own benefits.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I guess, I mean, there's people who do that. It's guys who just use it for sex or whatever.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what all the dating apps are now. It's like over half the people on there just want a piece of ass, you know?
Yeah. I don't think the girls are like that, though. It's just the guys.
There's got to be some of the girls,
Well,
right?
some, but not, I mean, majority of them, no.
A majority of the dudes are like, I need a piece of ass. I need to get my dick wet. I think.
Ew.
I do. I think all the guys just want sex. Like, guys think about that. What is the statistic? It's like guys think about sex every 6 seconds. I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
It's something like that, though.
But it's like, just imagine these dudes going on there, making their profiles, like thinking about that. Like, what is the best way for me to go on dates with these girls?
That sucks, because all the girls are on there trying to find a boyfriend and are on there for the right reasons.
I know. I feel really bad too. It's like you gotta weed out for the chivalrous ones, the ones who are gonna open your door and.
But you typically wouldn't find them on a dating app.
That's my thing. It's
But you're stuck only on dating apps. You can't go meet the nice guy in person. Because it's 2020.
Well, even before that, though. This was even before that. Come on. People on dating apps, this was still a thing before 2020.
Well, I know that.
Yeah,
I'm saying now you have absolutely no options.
Well, now it's like, oh, you go to your essential workplace job, and hopefully there's someone there that you like.
God. That's sad.
We're 4 years removed.
We are. That's true.
So
Thank
we
goodness.
don't know what it's like in the real world.
You're right. We just get asked a bunch of questions about marriage.
Yeah, actually,
So.
people do ask us about marriage. Our questions about dating have been completely replaced by, so when you getting married and when you gonna start having kids?
Ugh, I know. Which we're engaged. We will get married.
Yeah, but not for a while.
No, because weddings are expensive.
Yeah, and what I require for a wedding is very intricate.
Yeah, he requires a zip line.
Yes. Here's the thing.
As his entrance.
Here's the compromise. She gets to get a dress, an expensive dress, and I get to zip line to the podium with a double-breasted green suit while James Bond theme song is playing. Da-na, da-na. Oh my! I can see it now. It's my dream. It's my dream.
I will do everything I can to get you your dream.
I don't even care if they gotta install freaking. What are those things that zip lines come on? What are those? Like the poles where you go up high?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even care
Like
if I gotta pay for someone to install that because this is happening.
So we're building a custom zip line
Well, that's
on
either
a winery somewhere.
Yes, because this is my dream. I have to have it.
Hence why we're not getting married for a while.
Yeah, because it's gonna be quite expensive.
Yes.
Oh well.
I like having a long engagement though. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's not. I mean, what's the rush? That's my thing is people
Yeah.
are like, oh, why not do it right now? I'm like, okay, why do it right now?
Mm-hmm.
The label changes a lot, I guess.
Is it really?
That's what people say. They say the label changes things. Like, you could be perfectly fine, and then as soon as, like, we're married, now we have to fight and stuff.
I disagree with that.
I don't know.
I call you my husband half the time anyways.
Yeah, soon to be husband.
I just call you husband.
I call you my fiance. Remember when it took me a super long time to call you fiance? I still was like, my girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Girlfriend.
We were engaged for almost like 8 months. And you'd be like, this is my girlfriend. And I'm like, what am I?
She would get so angry.
Yeah, I worked hard for this title, man.
Yeah, she's got me in her grasp.
Yes.
I don't see the need to wait. I mean, we're still planning stuff, kinda. like getting ideas. At least you are. You're like Pinterest, everything.
Oh, I mean, I got everything pretty much nailed down.
Right. All the colors and everything.
What are colors?
Some basic ideas, so the audience can visualize our
wedding from 4 years.
I think
were you gonna add yours?
4 to 6, that? Right?
4.
Okay,
we
4.
said 4.
Oh, I'm never gonna get my way and push it out. Just
That's a 6-year engagement.
Yeah.
4 years is enough.
Okay.
We'll have money by then.
Hopefully.
We will.
Yeah. Okay.
If people stop slashing our tires, we'll have money by then.
Well, if you calculate it this way, if we only get our tires slashed every 2 months, then we should be able to save up some money by then.
No, we just want a wedding that is very uniquely us, very 50-50.
Right.
I get my very expensive couture dress. Cory gets to be James Bond.
Yeah, and we're doing some green suits because
green earth tone color palettes, some kind of nudes in there.
It's gonna be in like a vineyard somewhere.
Yeah, destination wedding.
Because wine is great.
And we're eating pizza.
Oh yeah, all the food is some sort of pizza related, kind of like Italian. It's like
giant pizza bar.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
because everyone loves pizza. And then anyone who is vegan or vegetarian, there's a pizza for them. Anyone with allergies, there's pizza for them. It's literally best case scenario. And everyone loves pizza.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
I'm so excited for 4 to 6 years from now.
4 years! 4 years.
Oh my God.
4 years. It's expensive.
I concede.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, for now. We could be like other people and get married after only 1 year of being engaged.
There's just so much societal pressures on you have to do these things. It's like everyone you talk to has the exact same idea. I'll be like, oh, you're engaged? When's the wedding? 6 years. What? People can't fathom the idea of having a prolonged engagement.
You should see my customers' reactions when they see my ring. And they're like, oh, when's your wedding? I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Like, maybe I'd start planning, like, maybe a couple years from now. And that's me being generous. And like, oh, a couple years from now. I'm like, well, we've already been engaged for 2 years, so probably another 4. Oh, no, honey, you got to start planning now.
Right.
I can't afford that.
It's like females have these societal pressures that they have to do things by certain ages. Otherwise, like, you know, everyone will look down upon them or something. I was like...
It's weird.
I'm always under the fact, like, I don't really care what people think of me. You know, I'm going to do me. However I feel is the best way to live my life, that's the way I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Because ultimately, their thoughts don't affect me. Or shouldn't affect me, my happiness.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. Just like if I decide to judge people, which I try not to, because the whole judging thing, you know, you do you. You know, you don't know their life, especially if you've never met them before. Mm-hmm. You have no idea what is going through people's minds.
Yeah. I think that's kind of harder. I don't know. Girls just have it rough. Like, people ask us all the time, and we're kind of judged on it. Like, the whole, like, baby question, or, like, when are you getting pregnant, all of that. And then, I mean, we don't want kids. Yeah. We have no intention on having kids.
That's the biggest thing. That's another thing people just can't fathom. It's like, how are these young kids not eventually wanting kids? You know, like, why? I just believe that certain people, not that they're not meant to have kids, there's just different types of people. And some people I feel like are better off maybe not having children, especially if they're certain they don't want children. It's like, in order to be a parent, especially a good parent, like, you have to know 100% that you want a child. Mm-hmm. Like, it's your whole world.
Yes.
That's how you know you want children. But we're just not there.
No. I mean, maybe one day we'll want one, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, it's like if our feelings change, you know, which is, again, what people say. You'll change you'll change your mind later. Well, later's coming up, yo. I'm turning 30 this year. Later is right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm still on the nah, I'm good train.
I just really don't see us having kids.
Me neither.
We're the cool aunt and uncle that take them and go do stuff. Our nieces and nephews. And we'll have our dogs. Yeah. So who cares?
And my sister, like, in my family, my sister
is... So many kids.
Well, she's on kid number 4, but she like, took that role, I guess, in the family. I'm the one who doesn't, you know, want kids and raising a family, buying a house, that thing. And she, like, buying a house,
She did
having
all of
kids,
it.
getting the dogs. She even got chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, she's got it. She's got it on lock. She's such a good mom, though, so.
I see my sister to hurry up and have kids, and then people will stop asking me about it.
No, it won't happen. They'll still ask you.
I don't want kids.
Yeah, they'll still ask
I
you.
even have customers ask me about it. When they find out how old I am, they say, "Oh, do you have kids?" No, I don't have kids. I barely have a savings account. No one doesn't have kids. I don't want kids.
Yeah. I mean, even if we did want kids, it wouldn't even be close.
It wouldn't even be right now.
We're not even close to being ready for kids, yeah.
God, no. We'd be in like at least mid to late 30s.
Yeah, financially and the mindset just is not there.
That's my thing. I financially would want to be able to support them.
I think if somehow, let's like God forbid, if we had a child, I think we'd be really good though, parents.
I think
like
so.
we would be beasts of a parent.
Yeah.
You know? It's a good thing that we know and we're like diligent about being disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Diligent about being disciplined. That's an interesting statement. You know what I'm saying though?
No.
Like we're super disciplined. We don't even have dogs yet because we're not financially stable enough yet.
Yeah, we know we can't afford it. And we also know realistically we do not have the time for them.
We
it'd
don't.
be unfair for them.
Like our careers are, I mean, we work a lot. We're really into our own things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it sounds horrible, but I think
it sounds selfish.
Right. You know, the way we operate is a little selfish to have kids. Then you have to be selfless when you have kids. Mm-hmm. Everything is about those little whippersnappers.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice.
But everyone else, it's fun watching everyone else do this stuff.
Yeah.
My sister on her way, and granted, watching
literally every single person on Facebook.
It's good, you know. It's weird, because people are in different phases of their life. We want to have fun, we want to go out and do things, and there's some people, they're in these really, really committed, settled down relationships where they have work and children, and they just can't go out, and we're just not there. So it was a little getting used to when we're still in I don't want to say like a prior phase of our life, but we're still there where we're just like the crazy, I want to go do things. And I don't blame them. I don't blame us either. It's just you have to get, it's a different lifestyle, right? And you have to be accepting of what people want, right?
Yeah.
You just have to find people that share the same kind of outlook, at least during
during that phase.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we're still going to be like 50 and be like, yeah, let's go out and party.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
If I could be in bed by like midnight, I would do that.
I do notice that I do fall asleep earlier now by about 30 minutes compared to 5 years ago. So I can't put on a TV show without passing out.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Old man.
Right.
Yeah, and I think because of how old we are, for us, we're in a relationship, so we don't get all of the pressures. But I definitely see my friends who are the same age as me, they have a lot of pressures of, oh, you don't have a boyfriend yet? Like, you don't have a relationship yet? And especially with, like, holiday season coming up, I feel so bad. Because they have to go home Thanksgiving, and that's all people ask them, especially girls. They're like, oh, are you dating someone? Are you dating someone? Are you bringing someone back? Or you could just be happy like your daughter's back for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's a wild idea.
It's a real shame, though, because just people, like kids these days, they grow up. What age are kids getting cell phones? It's got to be like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane to me. Yeah, I had a cell phone and one of those flip phones at like 17, and I didn't even want one. I didn't even care. These girls get them super young, and they get on social media, and everything is about getting in relationships and boys. Everything. The societal pressures females have.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, I feel like you mostly get it from, like, family, to be honest.
You don't think that there's societal pressures of females about being in relationships?
Well, no. I definitely think there is. Like, especially on, like, Instagram when people post their cute vacation picture with boyfriend or boyfriend and I carving pumpkins.
Right.
I do think there is that.
Right.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, part of it's understandable. It's like guys are more interested in things where women are more interested in people.
Yeah.
So by that part of it, the whole things aspect of like having hobbies as far as like gaming or going hunting or whatever, like racing cars or playing with gadgets or whatever you're doing, women just most of the time aren't really into that. Granted, you have like girl gamers and
Yeah.
you have women that do other things, but a large majority of women, I feel like they stay on social media and they're always talking. Obviously, that's where gossip comes from. Like, guys don't gossip nearly as much as women do.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's part of it, right?
We're
It's
definitely into the more like being social. Instead of having a hobby of gaming, our hobby is picking out a cute outfit and then going to brunch with friends.
Right,
or,
exactly.
Like talking to different girls on social media about like, oh, I tried this new hair care product. What do you think about it? We're just a lot more social. And I think we end up comparing ourselves to each other.
And that's what I was getting at with the kids getting cell phones early. Is like these girls are learning to compare themselves to others at young ages.
Yeah.
And then having a relationship, and boys is the whole thing. Yo, you're like 13. Like, have some fun with your friends. Stop worrying about this stuff. You know,
that's
go watch chick flicks and stuff. But even the chick flicks, they're
all about boys.
It's all about boys. You know, it's like they get this representation. They get this idea that that's all that matters is being in these relationships. And if you don't have a boyfriend, you're like nothing.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's everything. Man, there's so much more to life than the person you're chasing after.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. That's the same thing with the dating apps. People can't go a month without not having a relationship. I'm like, maybe figure out who you are first.
Yeah,
before jumping
true.
into a relationship that you're just struggling to find just because you need one, rather than a person that you actually like.
Yeah.
You know?
One I think is definitely true. I mean, everyone says you'll find a relationship when you're not looking. And I know it's very cliche to say that, but it is true.
That is true. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I was done. I used to be this hopeless romantic, which is not a horrible thing, but it needs to be put in perspective, right? I used to be a hopeless romantic, and I eventually, these girls, they just didn't care about it. They didn't care about all the stuff I did, and I was like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm done with this. Eventually, there will be a female that chases after me for once. And who was that? Who would it? That was Tay.
It was me.
That was Tay.
I just wouldn't leave.
Yeah, it took like 3 years, but eventually it just happened. She just kind of chased after me, and I was like, yeah, this feels good. Yeah, of 3 years of me not going relationship
Oh,
yeah, before
gotcha.
it happened, before someone eventually started chasing after me. I was like done.
Yeah.
But it was natural, and that's why our relationship is so strong, because it was very, very natural.
Yeah.
And we didn't push things too. It was like slow, but at a pace that was reasonable. And
well, our first 3 dates you didn't think were dates, so yeah, it went real freaking slow for me. Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't pick up a hint, kind of.
Kind of.
Okay.
When a girl says she wants to get drinks with just you, and you're like, we should invite other people, and she's like, no, just you. That's a date.
I was like, yeah, are you sure you don't want to invite anyone else?
I'm like, no, just us. Slowly walk to my car. Well, this is my car.
And you're like...
Does nothing. I'm like, is he just not into me
and
or what?
I remember that. I was like, she's like, well, okay, this is my car. I'm like, well, later. And then
yeah, you just walked away. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. I was clueless for a little bit.
I've never tried so hard in my entire life.
4 years later, here we are.
I know. Now you're stuck with me.
Now I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. But we're deeply in love now.
That's true.
So, now we get to watch everyone struggle to find relationships.
Oh, I can't imagine dating right now.
Yeah.
Could you imagine us trying to date in 2020? You'd be a hermit.
I'd be lost. Yeah, I'd be a hermit or something. I don't know. It'd be really bad. I'm so, far from the dating game, I wouldn't even know how to, flirt and stuff.
You can flirt.
Can I?
Yeah.
You don't.
Oh, God. No.
Take a Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
No.
You don't.
No.
With the little eye wink. You know. I have a half-eaten sandwich sticking out of my hand.
Oh my God.
I could do it.
I
I could pilot that shit.
You were not Joey.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm kind of suave, and I eat a lot of food. That's what Joey is. That's straight up Joey.
This is a qualification. Suave and you eat a lot.
Yeah, how you doing? Check out my freaking foot-long salami. That could sound bad.
Oh God! Stop Stop.
That's a pickup line for you.
Do not use that pickup line.
Yeah, pickup lines. Okay, for guys, pickup lines are bad. Let's not do those ever.
They're so bad.
Ever. They don't work and they're cheesy. And girls, they when you do that, you're not genuine. They want to know you, so stop doing that shit.
It's just gross.
It is. It is gross. They're funny to everyone else, but they're gross.
I was working at a bar once, and this guy tried this pickup line on me. He was like, "Oh, I want to take you on a trip." I'm like, "Okay, where to?" "Ohana wanna lay you."
Oh, it
It
hurts.
was bad. It was nasty.
It hurts.
I was like, "Ew, that's gross." I just walked away.
I mean, it's
They're
like
nasty.
And see, the dudes using pickup lines, they have no choice. You swing 1,000 times, you're gonna hit one. You know.
No girl says yes to that kind of.
Some
pickup
girl
line.
does. I mean, if you're moderately attractive, some girls like, well, no one else is gonna love me.
No, or you could just buy her a drink.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
It's like,
a lot easier.
let's just be a normal dude. Be like, hi, my name is Cory.
Hi, Cory.
Can I buy you a drink?
Sure.
You know, like, why does it always have to be like, hey, do you work at Subway?
Oh,
you know,
God,
like,
yeah.
I can't.
Last year, me and my friends were out in Nashville, and this guy asked what our spirit animal was.
Oh,
And
no.
he was really creepy. He was going up to every single girl in the bar, trying everything he possibly could. So I was like, Black Widow. He's like, why? I'm like, because they eat men. And he still didn't get the hint. He kept sticking around. And I was like, dude, we're not interested. And then he went on to the next girl. Ew.
Yeah, dudes like that, they have a rough go. They just don't learn that.
Oh, definitely not.
Just don't learn, man. They'll be out
Yeah.
every weekend doing that shit.
I know. Should we each tell them our worst dating stories?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah?
We got some dating stories for you guys. They're pretty
Cringe.
they're pretty juicy. No, they're cringe. They're really bad.
They're real bad.
It's all from a good point of view as far as mine are kind of mine are cringe because I was hopeless romantic, but you go with your worst dating story.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was on Tinder, as you do in, I don't know, 2014 or whatever. I matched with this guy on Tinder, obviously, when we were talking. If you are on dating apps, you do the Snapchat test. So you send them your Snapchat, and you Snapchat back and forth to make sure you look like your profile. And he did look like his profile. He looked very attractive. We were texting. We never had a phone call. We never did like a Skype date or whatever. And he's like, oh, I want to take you on a date. So he showed up, and I opened the door, and then I had to look down because he was shorter than me by like a lot. And I was wearing giant heels. So I towered over this dude, and then he spoke, and his voice was really squeaky. It was not a normal male's voice. It was like a cartoon mouse's voice.
It's like a 13-year-old who's barely going through puberty.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so bad. It was like comically bad. When he spoke, I had to try so hard not to laugh because it was that bad. And then what do? You can't just like shut the door in his face. Like, I'm not that bad of mean of a person.
You're committed. You got to go through with it.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah, you're not that mean of a person. You at least have to wait till dinner's done so you can take all his food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I gotta wait for it to be done first.
Jeez.
I had already committed. I already put makeup on and shoes on. Like, you have to commit to the food. So yeah, he took me on a date, and he wanted to drive back to where he lived, which was 30 minutes away. So I had to be in a car with him for 30 minutes and try and have a conversation, even though I had a squeaky, tiny voice. He also drove a giant pickup truck, and he couldn't really get into it because he was so short. It was really bad. And then he decided the greatest first date food would be bone-in chicken wings. And I don't know about anyone else, but I think that's the most least attractive thing you could possibly try and eat on a first date. Like, how do you eat a chicken wing and be hot?
Yeah.
Is there a way to do that?
Not for the female.
I'm not Pamela Anderson. Like, I can't.
Yeah, and I'm basically a trough eater, so it doesn't matter for me. I'm going to be sloppy no matter what.
It's so bad. It was rough. Yeah, it was so bad. And the whole time I was texting my roommate, oh, I'm on this really bad date. He's not what he said he was. He's not who he said he was. Like, he does not look the same. Like, he looked the same from, like, waist up. And then waist down. No, because he was really short. And then his voice. Yeah, it was just bad. I think I said something about, like, when my roommates needed me to come home. Something about with them with a boyfriend. And none of them had boyfriends, so he would drive me home quicker. But I got catfished.
Get out of there.
Yeah. And then I blocked him on everything.
Never to be seen again.
No. I don't even remember his name, to be honest.
It's probably... What's a short dude's name?
Chad.
Oh. It's pretty good. No, Chad's like every time I think of Chad, I think of, what is it, The Bachelorette? Chad Bear, who eats all the freaking meat plates.
Yeah.
That guy. That's what I think of Chad.
Protein powder.
And his protein powder, right.
I don't know another short guy name.
Another short guy name? I don't either.
But yeah, that's the one and only time I got catfish, and I learned my lesson.
Yeah, all these terms, I have no idea what they mean. The ghosting and the catfishing.
You know what catfish means?
Yeah, but I had to learn. I had to learn what all that means. I don't know.
Really?
I didn't know what that was. I'm so out of the loop. You know.
Never watched the MTV show Catfish?
No. No. I'm a millennial grandpa.
You are. Jesus.
That's what it is.
Okay, what's your worst date story?
Well, it was Jesus, how old am I? It was like 8 years ago. I am super old. Okay, so I used to be this really, really bad hopeless romantic. Yeah, it came from a good place, but girls don't want you to be like creepy, where you're like, I don't know, like recording yourself singing and then send it to them. I used to do shit like that. Yeah, I used to do shit like that. So there was this one girl in college that I was absolutely head over heels for. Like, I thought this girl was the be all end all. And we were both in the theater department, and I couldn't even contain myself. I was just thinking about her all the time. It was bad. It was horrid. So, and we were friends too, because we were in theater. I had to like try and keep my cool as much as possible, you know, because I didn't have game either. This was pre-Cory, where there was like no game. It was just all kind of sad.
Pre-core whore?
Pre-core exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Pre-core. She was having a birthday party down in Kenosha, Wisconsin, okay? And this is 3 hours down from where I used to live. I drove 3 hours just to go to this birthday party. And I had this entire idea in my mind that I was finally going to tell her how I feel. Which is like, girls, like, you know when these guys are crushing on you, you don't got to lead them along. Like, just break it to them. I know it's going to be hard, and you might lose a friend, a boy that's going to be there that you can you can cry on their shoulder and everything when your actual boyfriend treats you horribly. But you're not doing anything for these kind of like hopeless romantic guys that are at your heel all the time, okay?
Yeah.
You're not doing anything for them.
Definitely know who they are.
Yeah, so I was that guy. I was that guy that would always be the friend zone guy.
The friend zone, yeah.
Yeah, that was me. So anyways, I drove down to Kenosha for her birthday party. All weekend I was doing these cute things with getting her cards and stuff, and then I was leaving the next day to drive back up, but I was going to do something special for her, okay? And that night, in the middle of the night, I waited till like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I escaped out her patio door in the back of her house, because I was sleeping in her house, you know, until the next day when I was going to drive back. GPS to a Walmart so I could go buy spray paint. Previous day, she had showed me, she was giving me a tour of Kenosha, and she had showed me her very special thinking place. It was like very deep and important to her. It was like, it was kind of cute, and it was like super important to her, but I thought that I was going to memorialize this rock for her among all the other rocks that were next door, because people had gone and graffitied all the other rocks. But hers was the only one that didn't have anything on it. And she would sit on this rock and think, you know, in the sunset, the hopeless romantic type of chick flick movie, you know, where she goes and she's thinking, looking into the sunset. This rock was the only rock that didn't have anything on it. And I was going to ruin that by going in the middle of the night and spray painting
that's my name.
Her name, spray painting her name on the rock forever with a heart and an infinity symbol in her favorite colors, because I was a hopeless romantic. But, you know, girls don't want that, because you just ruined her favorite thinking spot.
Yeah.
The whole point of this spot was that it was different from all the other ones.
And it wasn't ruined.
Yeah, and then you go and ruin it. But yeah, and the worst part about it is the cops were on the Coast Guard was on the banks of the water, you know, looking out in the sun. They were on there scouring the rocks with spotlights, looking for graffiti people. And I was hiding in the rocks, and then as soon as the lights would go past, I would get up and spray paint a little. And then the lights would come back and I would hide. And I did this in the middle of the night.
How long did it take you?
Oh, it took me a good couple hours. And the worst part is I spent the last $17 I had on this spray paint. I didn't even have enough money to get home from gas in my car. Oh, man.
Did you show it to her?
Yeah, I wrote it in this. See, the worst part is she had to go to work the next morning, so I didn't even see her. I put it in her card, like, hey, when you're done with work, go to your favorite thinking spot. I even made like a clue thing for her, like a scavenger hunt to get to this freaking rock.
Oh my God.
It was bad. It was so bad. And then, of course, she rejected me. And I felt horrible. But at this point, I mean, honestly, I didn't feel that bad because I kind of deserved it. It was just bad. It was very bad, people.
Did she text you and was like,
yeah, I mean,
thanks for ruining my one thing?
No, she's like, oh, it's super cute. But yeah, I don't feel about you this way. And she kept it really short. And eventually, funny story, 2 years later, she came up to me and she felt bad about it still. She was like, I'm so
Really?
sorry. Like, I didn't appreciate what you did at the time because I wasn't thinking about it that way. But I actually really appreciate what you did. Obviously, I'm in a relationship now and everything, but I actually really appreciate, because guys don't do that stuff for girls. Guys aren't chivalrous for girls in the way they ideally want when they're in committed relationships. Yeah, well, in committed relationships, not before they're in relationships, but during committed relationships. Mm-hmm. I was that guy. Just don't do that kind of stuff. Just don't. It's yeah. I mean, girls want you to be what? They want you to be interested, but not too interested.
Yeah. We know you're going to show up for the date, but we don't know if you're going to text us the 2 days leading up to it. That's a nice balance.
Right. They want to be chased, but not too much. They want the bad boys.
Yeah.
Who they need to kind of like struggle to hook them in.
Mm-hmm. We just need you to read our minds.
Yeah, but that's my worst dating story, and it's on my behalf because I was a youngin' who didn't understand. But it's okay. Learning experiences, right?
Yeah. It's a great story.
Drove 3 hours to paint a rock. But hey, a cool idea to get questions from some members of our listeners.
Yes.
They sent in questions, most of them anonymously, actually all of them anonymously. They want them answered for you guys, getting our thoughts on them. I'm going to read some of the male questions for Taylor and get her female perspective on them.
Yes.
And then she's going to read me
the questions from females.
Right, the questions from females.
Do you want me to start?
Well, I've been talking for a while. We need to get you in here, man.
Okay.
We need to get you in here. Questions you want answered. First question I have for Taylor from one of our audience listeners is, why do girls never want to communicate their feelings or thoughts?
Just very true. Honestly, it's because we want you to read our minds just a little bit. I think we're scared that if we tell you too much of our feelings or thoughts that you won't want to date us anymore. It will be a turnoff that we're sharing so many feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We try and water it down, but what happens is we water it down to the point where you don't know what we're thinking whatsoever, and then we'll kind of just drop hints and hope that you'll pick up on the hint of how we're feeling.
Yeah, but guys are guys are dull, man.
I know.
Guys are real dull.
I know.
There's no way we can pick up on that stuff.
And we know this, but we think about that hint for so long in our heads that we think there's no possible way that he won't pick up on this.
Yeah, but
even though you'll have absolutely no idea.
See, but you have a much higher opinion of dudes. See, this is my opinion of dudes. Me go to gym and work out, then get sandwich. That is what dudes think of.
I know.
Dudes, there's no way that our ape-like minds are going to pick up on the subtle, intimate necessities that the women have. Like, there's no way.
I know, but we in our minds think that there is a way that you'll understand. It gets easier. We eventually start telling you our feelings. Even you will sometimes be like, I know something's bothering you, but you're not telling me.
Well, yeah, we gotta press for it. But even guys are usually the ones who don't communicate their feelings well.
Yeah.
But it was a great question. Really good question.
You get there. You just gotta look at the clues, honestly.
It's a learning experience.
If you ask face out, like straight up, we'll usually answer.
Just be persistent. I mean, these things, obviously relationships are difficult. Sometimes it's the biggest thing is people have a rough time communicating how they feel.
Yeah.
And they want it to get to a point where it just comes out because it's a lot easier that way. And people don't like confrontation. That's another thing. So the whole feelings thing. Plus, they're worried that you're going to be afraid, probably.
Yeah, we don't want to scare you off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we tell you that we love you and then you don't reciprocate. And
right, I love you. And then they're like, thank you.
Or you're like, oh, I really like you. I want to meet my parents. And then you don't respond for several days.
You're like,
well,
I'm done. I have to run away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're like scared of. But yeah, that was a good question.
Next question. Why do girls go for guys that don't care about them?
Like bad boys, probably.
Yeah.
Because we put guys who pay a lot of attention to us and are super nice to us into the friend zone. Because it's not fun. There's no like chase. There's no give and take. It's like, yeah, I could have him if I want. Not really that interested. Which is sad, but it's true. Girls want a guy who's like a little bit more bad. You know, maybe we have to reform them a little bit. We think, I am so wonderful that he is going to change for me. We take men as like projects. We're going to take you and we're going to date you. And then we slowly teach you how to dress and how to cut your hair and to like the same foods as us.
Women have to tame the ape.
We tame and we mold you into our perfect, what would be husband. But it doesn't work. That's not what actually happens. That a guy just ends up being a dick to you for 6 months and then you break up because he's an asshole. But we think that eventually we'll find one guy that we can like change and mold into the perfect boyfriend.
Yeah, it's like Nat Geo. It's like, and here we have the male specimen. The woman goes over to him, attempting to domesticate him appropriately for the household.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
All right, next question. Oh, this is a good one. Why do girls not trust you when you have given them no reason not to trust you?
Because we assume all men are the same. Like, we assume if you've been burned by one guy, you think that the next guy's going to do the same thing, and the next guy's going to do the same thing. So we just put up a bunch of walls, and it takes a long, long time to break down those walls. First boyfriend cheats on you, and then you're dating a new guy. You have it in your head that he's going to do the same thing. So that's why you're constantly looking through his phone or wondering if he's actually at guys' night.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough.
Which is bad. But I mean, it's just because we just assume because one did it, the rest will do it.
Here's another thing. Is you keep working on guys that you're trying to mold, keep picking the same dudes.
Well, there's not, like, good guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a reoccurring problem.
Yeah, it's an endless circle.
Okay, good next question. How do others' opinions impact the men you chase after? Others' opinion, maybe friends
like
or
friends.
Family or something?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely does. I think if it is a guy, if your friends tell you their opinion of that person very early on, they don't like them or something, you will immediately start to distance yourself from them. What your friends say matter to you.
Right.
Even though it might not be like the same opinion that you think, they'll fill your head with all of these things, how they don't like him, and then you'll just start not to like them, or you'll start seeing what they think is flaws. But if it's later on in the relationship, I don't think it impacts it that much, but it does make it a little bit more like difficult. Because you want to talk to your best friend about your boyfriend or like a problem you're having, but that person's just gonna be like, well, I could have told you this because I didn't like him from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
so
I suppose.
It makes it kind of hard to talk to your friends about it. I mean, I've definitely been there where someone dates like a bad dude, and then they come to me like 3 months later and like, I don't know what to do, and I'll be like, well, I told you so. Like, I didn't think he was a good person.
You don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, yeah, it depends. Early in the relationship, definitely impacts it a lot. Later in the relationship, it doesn't as much.
Yeah, that was a really good question.
Yeah.
Next question, we got a couple more for her, and then we're going to swap, and I'm going to answer some questions for dudes. These are the questions, some of the questions that people send in, things you wish you could have answered if people were just blatant about it.
Yeah.
Next question for Tay, if you could change one thing about men, what would it be?
Oh, man. I wish men would like to cuddle in their sleep. To be honest, that's the one thing I...
Wow, that you're setting the bar pretty low, man. I feel like this is directed at me.
I mean, just a little bit.
Well, see, and this
is
is
not just you.
I can't control how I'm cuddling in the dead of night.
All guys always they'll cuddle for like 5 minutes and then just turn over. Girls, we want to be like swaddled all night for the most part.
I can't control my unconscious cuddling. Oh. Okay. Next question. Do you always expect a man to pay for dinner?
Not always. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do usually expect them to pay for the first date.
Okay.
But after the first date, like, I'm more than willing to pay for the second one.
Right. It's like a chivalry thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even that. It's just, even if they were just to offer and I didn't take them up on the offer for them to pay for my dinner, it makes it seem like they're more serious about actually wanting to date you.
Right.
Because they're investing time, but they also just invested money into you.
I mean, if a guy was raised properly, he should be wanting to pay for every single dinner. Yeah. Our values, our kind of chivalrous value systems that we have, men are supposed to be, are at least raised to be caretakers of women and protectors of women.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. It's like opening their door. All the niceties that go along with that. Right?
Yeah. For at least the first date, or even just the second or third date offer, and then maybe I'll be like, oh no, I can pick it up. Like, you don't pay for all of our dinners anymore.
No, we take turns.
We take turns.
We're pretty...
You bought me kava today, though, and I really appreciated it.
Oh, no problem. Kava was good. It was yum. It was yum yum.
Yes, it's great.
And they put it in a bowl, and it's good for me because I eat like I'm a pig. So I just slam my face in. Ever see that YouTube video, how animals eat their food?
Oh my
If you
God.
haven't, YouTube it. It's hilarious. That's me.
That's literally you.
Yep, that's me.
What's the next one?
Basically, deal breakers for girls. What is a couple of the deal breakers?
Ooh.
Things that, you just can't get over. It's a deal breaker. You're donezo. If you commit one of these heinous acts, it's over.
Okay. I know for me personally, someone who's really badly dressed is a deal breaker.
Seriously? Oh, I guess it's like a sense of style.
Sense of style.
I gotcha.
Like, I'm not even saying it has to be the same sense of style as me, but just have some kind of sense of style. If your sense of style is putting on, like, your pair of rock revivals with your cowboy boots and a nice button-up, that's cool. But you have to have some kind of style. Not where you just, like, throw something on.
Like lounging pants and a graphic tee?
Yeah. No. It's
Out
just,
for dinner?
No, because it shows that you care about your appearance.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying you need to be, like, full of yourself and be like, oh, I'm so hot. But it's you, like, taking the time to, like, care about how you look. Because,
Right.
I mean, women care how we look.
Right.
And we put time and effort into it.
Well, it translates to self-esteem and hygiene and everything like
confidence
that. And
stuff.
confidence, all of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'd say having some kind of sense of style.
Anything else?
Yeah. I'm going to say a deal breaker for me is someone who gets sloppy drunk every time you drink.
Nah.
It's like not for me. Like, we can go out and like get blacked out every now and then. That's fine. You and I haven't done that in the years, but every now and then that's okay. But if you have a boyfriend, you know that you're going to something that has alcohol or you're going out for drinks, that you're going to have to carry him home every single night. Big deal breaker. Like, then you have to take care of them. Then you're their mother. You're not their girlfriend. Those are my two big ones.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought of one more. Sorry.
Okay, go for it. Squeeze it in.
Your mattress cannot be just laying on the floor.
That's a great one.
It cannot.
That's a great one.
If it is, I'm leaving.
What, you don't like the hobo life?
No.
The hobo life?
You can find one $50. Buy one at Goodwill. I do not care. Get your mattress off of the floor. That's disgusting.
That's
Nasty.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. But that's all of them.
Yeah, thank you for those questions. Those are great. Whether ladies or men sent them in, thank you very much. Fantastic. We got some more questions
Are you
for
excited
me.
for yours?
Yeah, go for it. I'm ready.
Okay. Do you like it when a girl texts first?
I think if you're a dude, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you like them to text first?
Okay.
Because that means they're interested in you. And yeah, I come from a past of like chasing girls, so it's a little bit different for me. But it shows people are interested. Yeah, but maybe if it's like, it depends on the circumstance. Like, let's say it's 20 minutes after your date and they keep repeat texting you over and over. Then yeah, you're like, okay, back the hell off, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's like a day later or something, I had really fun last night and it's a normal human being text, then yeah.
Okay. Normal human being text.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings me to the second question.
Yep.
Do you prefer when they text back right away or wait?
Right. This is how I feel about it. You can definitely tell the type of person based on how they text. So if they text you instantly right after dropping you off and then a bunch more right after, they might be a little clingy.
Okay. But what if you guys are having like a casual conversation? Hey, how's your day? Good, blah, blah, blah. Do you want them to respond back right away or do you want them to wait like 5 minutes and then respond? To show like they're busy.
In the conversation?
Yeah.
Like, if you're having a conversation, it's fine. But I'm like talking like, I mean, you just spent the
Like,
whole
right
time
after
on a date. You
Okay.
can give it some breathing room, like the next day or something. Hey, what's up, etc.,
Okay,
etc.
cool. So this one is good. Why do guys say they want to see how things go, but they honestly just want something casual? If you want to be casual, why not be upfront about it?
Well, that's my thing. Is like guys don't want to be upfront because they're afraid they're gonna scare you away. Because girls don't want to be casual. Like,
there's some girls that want to be casual.
okay, but on the whole, how many girls want to be casual? Like, honestly, right?
I mean, yeah.
Do girls go on these apps so they can find their true love most of the time, or are they all just looking for a piece of ass?
I don't think so. I think we go through phases. You go
Okay.
through a phase where you just want to like have a roster, and then you go through a phase where you want to have what? You don't know what a roster is.
No. Wow. The whole football team. Okay.
Not a whole football team.
Jesus.
You have a roster of guys that take you on dates and that you hang out with. You keep a couple guys on there.
Holy crap, that seems so demoralizing. Wouldn't
When
you
keep
rather...
it like casual, that's casual.
Yeah, I guess so, but you're telling me that girls would rather, quote-unquote, have a roster than a committed relationship with a guy they like or really love?
Well, I don't. If you're like rebounding.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, okay, I get that, but do you think that's healthy?
Well, no, but
Right,
we all do it.
right.
So.
Okay, with the exception of rebounding on guys that the guy you really liked and you're okay, with the exception of all that, you're
Okay.
not on these dating apps. They're
Okay.
looking for, let's be honest here, for a guy that they want to spend
Like-
their life with.
That's true.
Okay, that's why they're doing this.
I'll give that to you.
Guys don't want to say that because they know that girls want that. That's why guys don't say that. Is because as soon as you say that, they're like, okay, he's in the category, the check mark on the bulletin board of, oh, guys that want casual, he's not looking for serious, he's automatically discounted. I will never have a committed relationship with this dude. That's 100%.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, why would you do that? For someone who's
Makes
only looking
sense.
something casual, he's not going to be a dude you're looking to invest in.
That's
It's
true.
not happening.
That's true. You don't want to take the time and energy.
That's why
on
guys do that, you know?
Oh.
Well, even if all guys are casual and all they want is sex, they're not just going to say that. I mean, some guys do because those guys are the bottom of the barrel that are like, I have to do anything I can, you know?
Yeah.
But most guys are not going to say that. You know, you cut off all the girls that are looking for something serious, which is most of them.
Okay.
That's why guys do that, which I don't agree. I think you should be open and honest with everything. That's just
Yeah.
how I operate. That's how I think guys should operate. Because otherwise, a lot of them end up being, you know,
Like douche canoes.
douche canoes. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Next question.
Yes. Next question is: would you rather plan the date or have your date plan it for you?
I'm like either
Like
or on. I'm
first
like
date.
50. Yeah, I'm like 50-50. I mean, I think it shouldn't be something like a movie, to be honest. I think it just be like a dinner date where you really get to know each other. Like then, because then you kind of know if the person is kind of in your wheelhouse or not. If
Okay.
you go to a movie, you don't know anything about
Well,
them.
you're not talking to
Right,
them at
that's
all.
my problem. And people say the movie because it breaks the ice a little bit. You know, the anxiety goes down when you're watching the movie. I get that. But you're going on a date. Let's just figure out kind of an idea of who the person is. So
Okay.
something simple like eating out somewhere.
You
So
think-
I don't have
okay.
a preference on it. to
Just
be
whoever
honest.
plans the first date plans
Kinda,
it.
yeah.
Are you impressed when a girl though is, hey, do you want to go on a date? And you say yes, and she says, okay, let's get dinner at this place at this time. Does that work for you? Does that come off
Pushy,
pushy, or does
Yeah,
it come
I mean-
off? Were you gonna say it comes off pushy?
a little bit. I mean,
It's not like, oh, this girl knows what she wants.
no, pushy. It seems like no. I think
Oh,
it's pushy.
dang.
I think
Okay.
it's pushy. Yeah, I think she'd be like, "Hey, what do you think?" And then the guy would be like, "I don't know. What do you like?" It's like a give and take kind of a thing to
Okay.
figure out who's really in the wheelhouse to be planning it. If a girl's just like, "This is what we're doing. Let's do this," and the guy's like, "Okay," that automatically shows where the relationship is going. Is who's wearing the pants. That's how I
Okay.
look at it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, so what's a guy's ideal first date?
like guys are simple.
Yeah.
They like things and they like gaming, they like all that stuff. If you pick anything in the realm of a dude's hobby, you're set to go. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
If you go to a concert or something, if he likes music, whatever it is, if you pick something in the guy's wheelhouse, guys are simple, they're gonna be super happy. It doesn't matter. You just gotta figure out what
But
that
you
thing
can't
is.
really talk at a concert.
Well, right. Well, no, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. But
okay.
the guy's gonna be happy, even
That's
if
true.
you don't go to a dinner. A guy's gonna be happy if you
Okay.
pick his hobby. He's gonna be happy. Guys are really simple that way.
Okay. What about like some kind of like activity date?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
mini golf.
right,
Or like,
right. Well, that's fine too.
arcade.
But right, something active, anything
Yeah.
active for the guy. That's another thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, guys are simple. You pick anything that is a hobby of theirs, and they're done.
Okay. Okay, the next one. Do you lose interest in girls when you receive nudes from them or if they move too fast? Like too fast as in like nudes like sexually.
I feel like this is tilted one way more than the other as far as if you do this with guys are going to be a little bit more perceptive to this because guys think about sex. Like I said, I don't even know if it's every 6 seconds, but guys think about sex a lot. And if it depends on the guy really, but if again, it's the same concept. If you're a guy and you're looking for a girl for a committed relationship and she sends you nudes right away, is that someone that you really want a committed relationship with?
So you don't like picture them as like your wife? Is
No.
what you're saying?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all. Would you want your girlfriend or wife doing that to some other dude right away?
Oh, that's a good point.
No.
Probably not.
No, you wouldn't. You know?
Huh.
That's exactly my point.
What about the whole like sleeping with someone right away?
Disagree. Don't agree.
You
I
don't
feel
think
like you have
should
to
do it
know
right away?
someone. Yeah. And that's part of the chivalrous thing talking. If you care about someone, you don't push it on them and you wait until
Okay.
until you're ready, until they're ready as well, cuz you don't know when people are ready really.
That's
Feel
fair.
each other out, not like that.
Okay.
Next question.
I didn't get that for a second.
Oh, actually, is it the last one?
This last one. For you, deal breakers for guys.
Oh, deal breakers again. Deal breakers for guys. Biggest turnoff for a guy, where they're just done, is if the girl is kind of being a bitch or possessive, bitchy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're done. It doesn't matter how hot you are, you're instantly done. If you come off as a bitch, or you're being bitchy, or you're complaining, that's done.
Okay.
I would say that's the biggest thing.
So complainers and then being like me.
Right, because guys just want to have fun, and
Yeah.
if you're being a Debbie Downer all the time, or you're seeming possessive, granted, some guys who are fine with that, obviously, like the more submissive men will deal with it.
Yeah.
But huge turn off. Doesn't matter how hot you are usually, and then your personality really begs the question too when you're being bitch.
Any other deal breakers? Is there anything like physical or like anything about like career or apartment?
Someone that's motivated. I mean, that's necessarily like has to be stated. Hopefully you want someone that's motivated, that has an outlook on life, rather than, I'm going to be working at, I don't know, whatever, and has no ambition for the future. I can't think of anything. I mean, I'm a little bit removed from the idea, but that's what I would say. Those two are pretty big.
Cool.
Thank you for sending in those questions. They were fantastic. Send us stuff on all our social media. That's where we're getting a lot of it. Just be aware that we've decided on the bi-weekly show uploads on every other Wednesday. So you can count on Wednesdays being the day at which we upload.
Yes. And we also decided that every other episode is going to be current events related. So things happening in the world, maybe happening in Nashville. The other episode will be a topic that we find interesting. Kind of just break it up for everyone.
Another cool thing, check out our affiliate link
For Instacart. Thanks so much for listening. Follow us on all socials at Strive Nation Pod. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Feel free to show your support and check out our Patreon. And remember, when the world is upside down, Strive Nation's right side up. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.